And another one, I didn't feel anything towards him except antagonism. I wanted to belt him when every time he opened his mouth.
Oh, what happened to him? Did you hit him?
Yeah, I hit him. He bled. And he went to the hospital. No, he didn't go to the hospital. He went to the police station. His friends came and got him. And I shot his car up. And some friends of his came and got him, and they took him to the police station. And he demanded police protection and so forth. And they told him to go away. I told him I was sorry I hurt him. And I was subpoenaed to go then. And I didn't appear, and they put me in jail again for contempt of court. But they didn't keep me for any length of time. And that was all. I enjoyed drinking. I like to drink. And one thing led to another, and one policeman was shot, another one had his head split open, and it ended up, I think, with 6 policemen being fired, and they put me in jail, and I never could figure out why, except that they didn't want any stories going around about what had actually happened while they tried to straighten it up. Then I got married.
And you survived that also?
The marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
actually, that was an impulsive thing to do because I didn't know him, and after I married him, I couldn't remember his name. I met him on a Sunday. I married him the next day.
What made you a nut?
Well, I imagine I did it pretty much by myself. And then I shot a man. But
What about that?
I was just angry. I didn't like the people. They seemed, I don't know, narrow-minded or something. I don't know.
Square.
Square. They didn't swing at all. Because I think if I'd have been any better shot, I probably could have killed him.
How'd you miss?
I was shooting him with a rifle. And it was too big. I just don't shoot that well.
How about motorcycles?
Well, that really isn't fair because I like motorcycles. And lots of normal, average, everyday people like motorcycles and enjoy them. I'm very uncomfortable. But if I'm out riding a motorcycle in the dirt, I feel as comfortable as anything. I had a motorcycle accident last night.
Oh.
It wasn't very serious. Actually, it wasn't my fault because the throttle got stuck, but I hit a fence.
What happened?
I wrecked the motorcycle.
And you apparently were unhurt?
I've got a few bruises, you know, but I didn't get hurt.
Were you going fast?
About 70 miles an hour, 65, 70 miles an hour.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the highway patrolman said he didn't think it was possible. He wanted me to do it again. While I was on the telephone, I lost consciousness, and they took me to the Santa Monica Hospital, and my stomach was pumped there. And the Santa Monica Hospital wouldn't keep me, and they brought me to UCLA, and UCLA wouldn't even talk to them about keeping me. And I was taken to the county hospital, and I was unconscious until the next Wednesday. And then I was discharged, and that's all.
I mean, immediately before, in the year, less than a year before that time.
It was, I think it was the 9th of April I was discharged from UCLA. And I went to Venice, I moved to Venice. And I spent 5 or 6 months living on the beach in Venice. And it was wild. I drank quite a bit.
Did you get in any trouble?
Not any serious trouble. I guess I could have gotten in serious trouble.
What do you mean?
Well, I was picked up once for possession of narcotics, and I told them some weird tale, and they believed me and turned me loose. And I wrecked a car that wasn't mine, I told him that it had been loaned to me, and actually I didn't know who it belonged to. I guess I could have died because I'd taken an overdose of sleeping pills.
I'm not clear. At the time that you wrecked the car?
No,
Or this was at another time?
Another time.
What did you take and how much was it?
I took Nembutal, and I think I took 36.
36. That's pretty good.
Huh?
What happened?
I don't know. I told him not to, and he did it anyway, so I shot him.
And?
He didn't do it anymore.
Was there any other trouble?
Oh, there was another shooting, and that was in December, just about. It was the 5th of December. And of course, immediately after our last interview, I was hospitalized at UCLA.
So, what's going to become of you? That's a foolish question in a way. I don't expect a specific answer, but what do you think of the future?
Well, I think in time, I'll just be another old lady, just like everybody else.